Welcome to the final part of Call of Duty World at War, folks. So yeah, we finally managed to make it inside the Reichstag itself. All that's left to do now is massacre every last Nazi piece of shit inside the building. Once that's done, their final stronghold will be ours, and it'll finally be over.
April 30th, 1945.
Yeah, how considerate of the developers as well to name the final level after that one internet meme.
Das war ein Befehl!
Someone we should all aspire to be like. At times, I have seen him show mercy, but at others act with complete brutality. I do not understand him. Perhaps heroes need not question their actions.
Steel yourselves, men, for the final push to victory. Today we crush what remains of their fascist life.
Indeed.
As heroes, we will return to Russia's embrace.
I mean, you say that, but...
Our people, our blood.
Ah, well, whatever. We'll get onto that a bit more once we start covering the Cold War. Alright, let's do this. Hello. Actually, tell you what. Got myself a Mosin. Yeah, nothing left to do now but to just, like, clear out this entire stronghold, and then the war will officially be won. There we go. So I'll leave these guys to worry about the front line. I need to, yeah, I need to flank him on the side, don't I? Oh, fuck. There you go. There we are. You got some MP40s for me? Yes, you do. I will be taking that. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on. Haven't got any more ammo for it, do you? No? No, not... Well, actually, how much ammo has the Sturmgewehr got? Oh, it's got a little bit more than that. Okay, cool. I'll hold on to that for a bit longer. There we go. Oh, that's where that's all coming from. Yeah, I didn't notice that guy who was like right up at the top of the watchtower there. Yeah, so although this particular level I don't think is necessarily the hardest in the game. Yeah, I think we have already, I think we've pretty much already passed the, yeah, like the peak difficulty range. There is definitely one section right near the very end, which absolutely kicks the shit out of me every single time I play through this game. Alright, now I'm going to swap out for an MP40. There we go, plenty of ammo. Fully automatic fire. That's how I like to do things. There we go. Take it. Take everything you've ever dished out. Alright, excellent. That's the yeah, that's the opening corridor dealt with. Ooh, hello. It's amazing that the Nazis were able to operate such an enormous empire for such a long time, given the fact that they never fucking tidy up. Alright, here we go. So the main, yeah, it's like, I think it's like the main Congress building, isn't it? Yeah, we'll get them from up top. Jesus Christ, yeah, listening to the music, you think I was playing fucking Ocarina of Time again. There we go. Rain it down. What'd you tell what? Yeah, come on, you bunch of bitches. I'll show you what you like. Sinners will be allowed no quarter. Kill them all. Let God sort them out.
I shall be the new god of this world!
Actually, come to think of it, they never actually used that line in Hellsing Ultimate to refer to the actual Nazis themselves, did they? Oh, hello, he's got a Panzer Trek. There we go. Got him. Oop, flamethrower. Actually, where were you? There you are. Bam! Doink. Damn it. I was never good at tracking targets with sniper rifles. They got to be standing still. I think in like newer Call of Duty games, I do find myself being a little bit better at sniping in those games, but I think that's just because the controls are a bit more fine-tuned. There we are. Oh, hello, we've got another flamethrower over there. No? Wait, I could have sworn I saw... Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of fire coming from somewhere over there. Oh, never mind. Oh, you know what it is? Those are probably Molotovs that we're throwing. Not a bad idea, actually. Yeah. There we go. Come on, I know you guys don't like smoking, but surely you don't mind having the odd drink every now and then. Alright, that's it. I think we've cleared them out enough up here now. Where did I put my... Where did I put my submachine gun? Where are you? There we are. Alright, come along, Derek. I named my MP40 Derek. Don't ask me why. Okay, I'll tell you why. I thought it was funny.
Well, fuck you, I thought it was funny.
Oh, hello. That's definitely a flamethrower there. Boom. And that's another one. Oh, hello. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I think I completely forgot about that. Oh hey, I'm back up here again. Alright, no matter, I haven't been sent back too far. Yeah, I forgot about that. If you do actually get hit by enemies with who are equipped with flamethrowers, that is an insta-kill. There we go. Thankfully, if I shoot an enemy with a flamethrower, that's also an insta-kill, for me at the very least, so... Sticks and stones, I guess. Swings and roundabouts. Skadoosh. Ba-bam. Oh yeah, there we go, that's another one. There we go. God, so many of the things that we're saying about that Reznov is saying about the Nazis is going to sound so ironic when we start the next game. All right. Yeah, I tell you what, I've got an idea. It's the plumber. We're here to fix the sink.
It's been fixed. Sorry.
No. It's Deliveroo. We've got your Chinese food here. I guess your way worked just fine as well. Also, I've got a sneaking suspicion there aren't any good Chinese restaurants in Berlin circa 1945. Fuck. Oh, Jesus, that's a grenade. Oh, I haven't got much cover here, have I? So, as we make our way up to the end of the Reichstag, have got anything else that's on my mind? I tell you what, something I've been up to recently. So I mentioned a couple of parts ago that I got my hands on a Switch 2, and I talked about, oh god damn it, it's this room. This is the difficult room that I was worried about, because it is deceptively tricky, I find. There we go. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I got my hands on a Switch 2 not too long ago, and I mentioned how, like, with Mario Kart World, I was hoping that Donkey Kong and Pauline would get more outfits relating to Donkey Kong Bonanza. I now have Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now I've only played it for about an hour and a half or so, thereabouts, so far. Yeah, I played a fair bit of it last night, and I have to say, right off the bat, controls like an absolute dream. Yeah, graphics are fantastic. I love how... I know that it was a pretty controversial, the fact that Donkey Kong has undergone like a full redesign in not just for Bonanza, but also like just in general. I think this is just like what they're going to. This is just the design they're going to be using for for the big tie-wearing ape from here on out. Because they used the design from that Rare created from the Donkey Kong Country games for like well over 20 years now, and they finally finally changed it up to be a bit of a blend between that design and the one that they used in like a lot of the classic games. Personally, I fucking love the look on him. I get like Donkey Kong. He looks way more entertaining. He looks really charming. He's absolutely filled with personality. God damn it. Whereas in like a lot of the earlier games, he just kind of always had this very blank look on his face.
Let them feast on our scraps.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for that old design, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan. I wasn't always the biggest fan of it. Whereas like current Donkey Kong, like yeah, he absolutely love it. Yeah, what can I say? Seth Rogen does get it right every now and then.
Yeah.
Ouch. Also, I just love the fact that one of the tricks that he does that he can do in Mario Kart World, he just rips a fat dab, which just always puts a smile on my face. Yeah, because I'm 30 years old and like dead internet memes are the only good ones. Yeah, like give it another decade or so, maybe then I'll think that Skibbity Toilet is funny, when nobody else thinks it is. Badger, 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 badger. Mushroom, mushroom! That was the day the internet was born, when he uploaded that Flash animation. Yeah, I know a lot of people say that, oh, yeah, the internet was invented back in, like, I think it was, like, the very early 80s, when, like, email first started becoming like something that you could utilize in, like, the world of in the business world. But no, the internet was invented in the late 90s, early 2000s, whenever that song was uploaded onto Newgrounds, or wherever it was. Alright, you gotta make a move. There we go. Oh, hello. Yeah, you guys missed one. Alright. Yeah, even though that looks like there would be like a big old battle to be had here, nope, rocket barrages are going to take care of that. Alright, now I've got the flag. All that's left to do now is to cut down that piece of shit up there and plant towers. For my brothers, for Reznov, for Chernov, for everybody that we lost back in Stalingrad. Ow.
You shot me, you a-hole!
Certainly not for you, though. Get the little twerp. Yeah! We did it! We killed the Nazi! Yeah, it turns out there was just the one throughout this entire game.
You always survive.
I mean, for now, but...
The honor should be yours.
Oh. Actually, tell you what, that bullet... Truth be told, that bullet actually missed. I've just got a really bad leg cramp. And with that...
As long as you
the flag of the Soviet Union flies strong over Berlin.
things will change.
A truly heroic moment. We will always be the good guys in this world. No.
Solemn. General Eisenhower informs me
Ah.
the forces of Germany have surrendered to the United Nations.
Yeah, so yeah, although like VE has already taken place,
In the West,
yeah, and although that Hitler has already like committed suicide, I think he shot himself on April 30th. I think his body was found on May 1st. I'm not sure. But yeah, August 14th, 1945, the United States of America officially declares that the Pacific Campaign is over and World War II is officially ended. But it came at a fucking hell of a price.
We are gathered here,
Lo,
representatives
I am become death,
of the major
destroyer of worlds.
to conclude a solemn agreement whereby peace may be restored. It is my earnest hope, and indeed the hope of all mankind, that from this solemn occasion, a better world
Yeah, so although World War II finally came to an end,
will pass.
the Americans' campaign in the Pacific was brought to a close
Faith and understanding,
in a cloud of nuclear fire.
and the fulfillment of his most
And thanks to that,
freedom,
though the World War may have ended,
justice.
the Cold War begins. And hopefully, it always will be. But yeah, that's Call of Duty World at War, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not 100% how I ultimately feel about this game from the perspective of it as an entry in the Call of Duty franchise. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you put a gun to my head and told me and asked me to say, do you like this game? I would say, yeah, I do. I do think that World at War is a good game. Like, it controls well. Like, like the art direction really works. Like, showing just how like hellish, like the trenches of World War II were from a perspective that we haven't also haven't really seen that much in a lot of other video games. I think I think that you could play like a Pacific Campaign in like Battlefield 1942. I think, although that was like a multiplayer only game. So yeah, it's not really not really. I can't really think of too many other like single player examples of World War II games that had Pacific campaigns in them. But yeah, no, I think ultimately, like, one of like the biggest shortcomings with Call of Duty World at War isn't really the game's fault. Its biggest shortcoming was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Yeah, like the game that came out the previous year, developed by Infinity Ward, because that game brought like, not only did it bring like a more modern and contemporary setting to the world of like military shooters with things like modern day firearms, political, modern day political intrigue, things like attachments for your weapons like grenade launchers or like red dot sights and like suppressors. It also brought like a bit more of a story to the Call of Duty series. That's not to say that you can't tell a story in World War II, but for the most part, like a lot of the Call of Duty games up until this point didn't really have proper like A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, 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 bang narratives. They were you had like individual narratives, with the theaters and like returning characters. But in terms of like a thorough like beginning, middle, and end to like 3-act structure story, there wasn't really much that they had. Whereas Call of Duty 4 absolutely has a story. It actually has a really solid story. And with Call of Duty World at War, it does feel like a bit of a step backwards compared to Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and depending on who you ask, with the next game, Modern Warfare 2, the step forwards was like light years, because like that's considered not just one of the best games in the series, but one of the best games, period. And it does feel like World at War does suffer a little bit as a result, because it does feel a bit of a step back, backwards, which is a shame, because compared to the original trilogy, the original World War II trilogy, like Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, as well as there's also those two other spin-off games. I think it was like the Big Red one and Finest Hour, I think it was called. Yeah, I don't remember. I think that's what those games were called. I haven't actually had a chance to really play those, because those ones aren't really available on newer hardware these days. But yeah, like, World at War definitely feels like a step forward compared to those older games. But compared to its more recent contemporaries, yeah, it does feel like a bit of a step backwards, unfortunately. Also, the grenade spam. That's bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the grenade spam does just really get on my fucking tits sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, like, enemies use plenty of grenades in the other games. It is so much more noticeable in World at War, especially if you're playing the game on veteran difficulty. Like, yeah, like, I don't want to, like, point fingers too much, but yeah, like, genuinely hand on heart, playing through Call of Duty World at War on veteran difficulty all those years ago was one of the worst video game experiences I've ever had in my life. Until I played the Kane Lynch 1 and 2, obviously, because I think those are like the worst video games I've ever played. Kind of a shame, really, because it does kind of feel like I'm sort of like leaving this game off on a bit of a downer. I think like the nicest thing that I can say about World at War is that it is I do like it. This game is genuinely really solid. Yeah, like if you're a big World War II buff, like a bigger World War II buff than I am, certainly, then I think you're going to get still going to get a real kick out of World at War. And obviously, it's not hard to come by this game by any stretch of the imagination. It's still available on Steam. You can, pardon me, sorry, I'm a bit of gas there. Yeah, it's available on things like Steam. You can play it on basically any model Xbox. Yeah, it goes on sale fairly often, but even then, if you go on like eBay or go to like CEX or something, you can find like copies of World at War for like threepence halfpenny. I think the only other real thing to sort of like really mention with World at War is the multiplayer, which unfortunately not really something don't really think I'm going to be able to like do much in terms of covering the multiplayer, because like those servers have not been particularly active for a good long while, and even when they are, I do think that at least on the Xbox versions, Activision and Microsoft went back and did clean up the servers a fair bit, and I have heard talk about bringing more Call of Duty games onto Game Pass as well. I know that World War II is going to be put on Game Pass, if it hasn't already. So who knows? Maybe we might see like a bit of vitality brought back to these classic COD games. But if you are playing this game on PC, from what I've heard, stay away from the multiplayer unless you want to get like your PC cracked by some spyware or something. Yeah, apparently those servers have been hacked to absolute ribbons. But yeah, it's not particularly hard game to come by. It's a legitimately solid game. I'm sure, as long as you have like a decent enough tolerance. Oh, hello. Decent enough tolerance for the yeah, decent enough tolerance for like all of the grenades that the enemies will throw at you. But if you really do want to go through the game on veteran difficulty, like at least like for the achievements, do it once and then never do it again. I'm happy with the fact that I've accomplished it at least once. I'm happy to move on from all that. But yeah, no, with that all said and done, there isn't really much left to do. Actually, I tell you what, that's not entirely true. There is actually one final thing that we can do in this game before we close things off forever. At least for the time being. But this is actually something I might also come back and revisit in a bit more detail at another point. But we do have one final thing that I want to take a look at, and although I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it, like not to say that I actively dislike it, I do know that this is something that is absolutely monumentally gargantuan within the Call of Duty fan base, and I would be kicking myself if I didn't at least cover it a little bit. So once the credits are over, we'll do Alex Hirsch.
Where?
Okay, look, I'm pretty sure. You know what? I'm pretty confident that that's not the same Alex Hirsch who made like Gravity Falls. But imagine if it was. If it really is, that I will be like grinning from ear to ear until like until the cows come home. But yeah, now unfortunately the credits for this game do also run pretty long as well. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people worked on this video game. Hey, Kermit, can you press the can you press the stewardess call button? I'm hungry. Oh, I'm sorry, they don't serve food in 9th class. I do need to work a bit more on my my Kermit impression, but that's neither here nor there. Do you find beatboxing annoying to listen to in like videos where people do it? It can definitely be. I can definitely find it like endearing at times, but there are also like other occasions where packaging designed by Petrol, well, just like the fuel, like the actual fuel, or what I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Is there? I'm assuming there must be like a company just called Petrol. Oh yeah, special thanks to Lane Hayes of the 1st Marine Division Veterans Association and the following veterans for sharing their stories and insight. Because yeah, those 8 names there are like actual World War II veterans from the US Marine Corps who actually spoke to the developers about their experiences. What's going on here? Somebody survived a plane crash. Are you here to help? Maybe not. But yeah, I would be hard pressed to like finish up a this game without at the very least doing a little bit of this, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nazi Zombies. Zombies! AKA what may very well be the most popular mode in the entire Call of Duty franchise. And Treyarch basically made it on a complete whim. So yeah, I'm not necessarily going to play the game like that efficiently here. Otherwise, I would be waiting for a fairly decent amount of time. But short and to the point, this is a wave shooter. Damn it. But yeah, we got ourselves a bunch of undead bastards. Yeah, Nazis brought back to life by mysterious black magic. And all you can really do is just survive against them, really. Right, so 700. Yeah, let's also get an M1 carbine as well. But yeah, with each passing wave, the hordes get bigger, they get stronger, they get faster, and yeah, the more that you play, the more difficult it progressively gets. Alright, anybody else? Yeah, keep the windows clear. Yeah, because truth be told, like, I think, like, the most efficient way to, like, play these maps... There you are. Dick cheese. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Yeah, the most efficient way, I think, to play these maps is to actually let the zombies get in during, like, the first couple of rounds when their health isn't too high, because you can kill them by meleeing them. But actually... Yeah, there we go. We'll actually take these ones out with a couple of melee strikes. And you get 130 points for doing that. Yeah, for killing them with a melee hit. And yeah, that's like the most amount of points that you can get for a zombie kill. Also, it is worth rebuilding barriers because not only do they keep the zombies from getting inside, but you also get 10 points for every... There we go. Yeah, you also get 10 points for every barrier that you put up. Up until a point. Yeah, because they don't want you to, like, actively grind this shit. Alright. Let's get this door open. And I can... Ooh, nice. Okay, I need 195 points, and then I can use the weapon crate. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things that I'm not going to be able to show off just from like this early. Ooh, hello. Is that insta kill? Yes, insta kill. I want that. Power up. Yeah, so yeah, with the insta kill power up, all of my bullets and my melee weapon will instantly kill zombies, no problem. Only lasts for 30 seconds, though, so... Bap. Oh, hello. Doink. Yeah. Meh. Nice. Alright, let's see what I can get from... I think I'm probably going to replace the Kar 98. Oh, really? Yay! I just got a scope on the Kar 90. Yeah, the sniper rifles aren't really that useful during this mode, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm sure somebody gets like a shit ton of use out of it, but yeah, like yeah. Especially when, like, zombies start getting close. Alright, you know what? I'll use this for, like, long-range fighting, and then I'll switch to the M1 carbine for shorter range. I was kind of hoping I'll get, like, something with a bit more fully automatic, though. Ow, God. Oh, and that's it. I'm dead. Yeah, no, you go down in, like, 2 hits, I think. Yeah, from getting hit by zombies. So yeah, this is also like something that you really want to play in like co-op as well. You can play zombies mode in up to 4 players. But yeah, no, it's actually kind of it is like legitimately interesting how like with the Call of Duty series, they like this mode was basically put together in like maybe a couple of weeks or so, maybe a month. It reminds me a hell of a lot of like the multiplayer in GoldenEye 007 for the N64, where the developers just put it in the game on a complete whim because, hey, why the hell not? And as a result, they ended up basically making a piece of video game history in the process. But yeah, no, I'm gonna keep working on like these next few hordes because like yeah, like the game just restarts after you die back at round 1. See if you can beat your previous score. And yeah, no, I think this is probably a good place for us to leave off and make a start on the next game, folks, which is of course going to be Call of Duty Black Ops. Yeah, the original Call of Duty Black Ops, which will get this Black Ops trilogy properly well underway, and that is also, yeah, they've Treyarch made that game after the obviously made that game after like the release of both Modern Warfare 1 and 2, so they got a little bit more pedigree, they got a little bit more of an idea of what they want, what kind of game they want to make, what kind of story they want to tell, and I'm not gonna lie, I think they kind of fucking nailed it the second time around. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed Call of Duty World at War, and I'll see you guys next time, some Call of Duty Black Ops. I'll try my best to try and stay alive until then. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. TTFN.